Hello there, young boy. How'd you like to take a break from that lovely urinal and go on us with an adventure and learn about your identity?
Jeepers golly, sir, sure! Wowzers, where are we?
You're in the library of an underfunded 6A school.
Wow, what does this have to do with my identity?
Well, in this wonderful library, we find ourselves an amalgamation of things like poems, books, how-tos, and whatnot. So, in asking our questions, how do you define identity? What is identity? And how does literature incorporate identity? We have a few answers. Luckily, James Stevens in The Waste Places gives us a start. He talks about fears and epitomizes it as a lion. So, young lad, what are your fears?
Well, one of them's definitely talking to cute girls, and the other one's gotta be the commies.
Getting over your fears can be hard. So, here to help you today is...
Wow, 7-time identity thief Patches O'Houlihan.
That's right, 7-time identity thief Patches O'Houlihan.
I brought along some friends to help you overcome your fears. I brought along a cute girl and Vladimir Putin.
Ah! 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 So, Patches, how do I get over my fears?
Well, James Stevens tells us that to get over our fears, one must... It's like being a lion walking through the desert, and you must learn to have the courage to have the lion come out and say, lick your hand, metaphorically speaking.
Thanks, Patches. How does getting over my fears help me find my personality?
Well, you see, fear is something that we cannot let define us. We are Bartlesville, the most underfunded 6A public school in America. When they tried to pass the bond issue, do you know what we said? We don't have the money for it. Do you know what they said when we wanted new math labs? We don't have the money for it. Do you know what they said whenever we said we wanted everything or anything at all? We can't afford it. But do you know what we did? We afforded it. We were afraid of having not enough money to do these things, but yet we found our way to overcome these fears, and in this way, we defined our identity as go-getters. The people who will do what they need to do to get the job done. Your training. Tell me, what does the poem say about identity?
Is it who you are?
Wrong. You see, the poem says that pretty much the narrator of the poem doesn't know who he is, and that's what the poem's about. It's about how he finds himself, but really it's about how fear defines him until such point as he overcomes his fears. Now, how do you define identity?
Who you are?
Wrong. Okay? Identity is who you want to be. It's who you have been. It's not about who you are now. I mean, who says the present is any more realistic than the past or the future? Okay? It's all about who you are and who you will be. Okay? You got it? You commie?
I think I know who I am now, Patches.
Who are you?
My name is Steve Johnson, and I'm afraid of cute girls and communists. And I'm from Bartlesville, the most underfunded 6A school in the state.
Wrong. I'll tell you who you are. You're Steve Johnson. The only Steve Johnson. The Steve Johnson who just went on a tour of Patches O'Houlihan, 7-time identity thief. Now, what does this mean to you? This means you are the only Patches, not Patches, O'Houlihan, Steve Johnson who has ever existed, will exist, and will ever think of existing. Now, this means that identity is what we make it to be, not what others tell us to be, not what we are afraid of, but what we aren't afraid of. That is who you are. Hey here, it's Bailey and John with a message from our sponsors. Identity theft is a growing problem in America.
Every 30 seconds, a man's identity is stolen.
Do
that
your
man
part.
Is Michael Scott.
Do your part, and don't let your identity get stolen, and don't steal other people's identities.
Don't fall victim to internet scams.
And don't click on the emails that say you can get rich fast.
The Nigerian prince is not real.
Although, if you see it, the Bulgarian prince is real.
He's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's my friend on Facebook. Bye!
Bye.